Smith & Wesson Model 39 was developed during the rebirth of the pistol at the Springfield, Massachusetts arms maker's factory. During the mid-1910s, Smith & Wesson tried to design and market pocket pistols, namely the .35 Smith & Wesson and the .32 ACP Smith & Wesson, to compete against the previously introduced Colt models 1903 and 1908 pocket hammerless pistols, along with a few other manufacturers' designs. While the designs performed well, the price of these pistols, plus the use of the proprietary .35 automatic caliber, made sales very limited. By 1936, Smith & Wesson went back to exclusively making revolvers. In 1951, during the Korean War, Smith & Wesson re-entered the pistol market with the introduction of the Model 41, a very high-quality 22 long rifle caliber target pistol that is still in production today. After the Korean War was over, the U.S. Army became interested in a 9mm parabellum replacement for the M1911A1 pistol to adhere to the standardization agreements set forth by the newly formed NATO alliance. With this starting point as a guide, Smith & Wesson engineers began working. While military interest in replacing the M1911A1 waned, Smith & Wesson unveiled its new 9mm pistol, the Model 39, in 1954. The Model 39 used an 8-shot magazine, a double-action trigger mechanism, and a Walther-style safety mounted on the pistol slide. Accurate and reliable, it was the first American-made double-action 9mm parabellum pistol. While the American shooting public did not go wild for the Model 39, sales were slow but steady, which was a remarkable feat in a market flooded with surplus World War II arms. President John Fitzgerald Kennedy formally commissioned the Navy SEALs in 1962. The newly formed teams looked at all available arms, including the original AR-15s, before those rifles were adopted by the military as the M16 series of rifles and carbines. With a worldwide mission and a strong desire to buy American, the SEALs adopted the 9mm caliber Model 39 after having the civilian magazine safety and sear release lever removed. By 1966, however, SEAL teams deployed in Vietnam wanted a suppressed pistol with more power to silently dispatch both human and animal sentries around Viet Cong-controlled villages, so the search began. A Central Intelligence Agency designed suppressor kit for the ubiquitous Walther P38, featuring a suppressor with a hollow aluminum body with a wipe insert inside, was evaluated and found to be just what was needed, as was the slide lock used to keep the P38 slide from moving during firing, which reduced noise even further. It should be noted the mechanical noise associated with firing a firearm is one of 3 factors to be overcome to successfully suppress a pistol as much as possible. Attention now turned to the Model 39. The barrel was extended to 5 inches and threaded at the muzzle. Adjustable raised sights and plastic grips were added to the pistol, along with a crude but effective slide lock. The final piece of the puzzle was the subsonic Mark 144 Mod 0 ammunition, a 9mm cartridge firing a 158 grain slug at 965 feet per second, which was initially developed by the Remington Arms Company, but later produced by the Supervel Cartridge Corporation of Shelbyville, Indiana. The Navy also developed the Mark 26 Mod 0 accessory rebuild kit. This kit had 24 rounds of Mark 144 Mod 0 ammunition, a new sealed wipe insert, a rubber barrel cap to protect the threaded barrel when the Mark III Mod 0 suppressor was not mounted, 4 chamber plugs with O-rings to waterproof the barrel chamber when the pistol was being transported underwater up to a depth of 200 feet, a back-end chamber plug for sealing the threaded end of the Mark III Mod 0 suppressor when dismounted, and 6 1.25" diameter by 3/8 inch thick polyurethane discs which fit within a recess at the suppressor's muzzle to waterproof it. With these modifications, the Navy formally renamed these Model 39s as the Mark 22 Mod 0. When the pistol had the Mark III Mod 0 suppressor mounted onto its barrel, the package was then called the Mark 23 Mod 0 Swimmer Weapon System. Deployed to SEAL teams in late 1967 and normally used to silence a guard dog or goose outside of Viet Cong villages, the Mark 22 Mod 0 was nicknamed the Hush Puppy by SEALs happy to have the pistol when in enemy territory. The pistol was such an immediate success, any suppressed pistol was called a hush puppy for many years afterwards. The Mark 22 Mod 0 was used by the SEALs until the early 1980s when it was replaced by the Heckler & Koch P9S.